that's what you're conflating here.
Well,
that's what
look,
continues to be conflated.
I'm just saying, Scott, is seeing it from, Congressman Bowman's perspective. If the concern is all these people are going to go after Hunter Biden, it was a known thing that could happen if Donald Trump was elected. Nothing has changed.
Can I ask a question? Do you all think that Merrick Garland should be fired because of this corruption at the DOJ?
Again, I don't think there's corruption at the DOJ. I think the concern is the future DOJ is going to be corrupted.
You think there's corruption there? You think this was a politicized witch hunt? But the Attorney General should be held accountable, no?
These charges were trumped up because his name is Hunter Biden.
But wouldn't you, if you were the president, would you believe the Attorney General?
Let's consult our legal expert at the desk.
If you
Please
thought there was corruption,
I'm not talking about corruption at the Justice Department. I don't believe it's there. Don't pull me into your fight about corruption at the Justice Department.
Misrepresented themselves on these applications, never charged.
Hunter Biden I think that is an unassailable fact. Well, pardon me. I know it is an unassailable fact that hundreds of thousands of people misrepresent information on gun applications. So
why didn't
he
just pardon him just for that?
How many individuals?
You're the expert here, right? Why wouldn't he just pardon him just for that then?
The question was, how legitimate are the charges? It is unlawful conduct. We can all agree to that. He was convicted, duly convicted. However, I have a hard time seeing how that gun charge would have been brought were he not Hunter Biden. Just look at the data and look at the numbers. Now, two things can be true at the same time, that it is not likely that an individual would have been charged were it not a high-profile case, and it's still unlawful conduct that is worthy of a pardon. So there's a lot going on here, and it's a perfectly lawful.
What are your thoughts, though? What are your thoughts on my question?
Which one?
Okay, if let's say, for example, it's a witch hunt. And let's give you that.
I don't like the term.
We've all taken that away.
Hold on a second. Let's say he would not have been prosecuted if it wasn't Hunter Biden for that specific charge.
Yes.
Why wasn't he just pardoned for that then? Why did the pardon go
the answer.
completely back to 2000?
You know the answer.
No, I don't.
Because the Trump administration is going to
hear from you.
I told you.
I'll answer first, and then we'll go to him. The Trump administration is going to comb through every aspect of Hunter Biden's life.
They've already done that.
For 11 years,
DOJ
20 years.
has already done that.
And they're going to attack the Biden name, by extension, attack the Democratic Party to keep themselves and others like them in power in perpetuity.
Okay,
that's why.
No, Congressman's not going to like my answer. It's what I said a little bit earlier.
I'd like to hear it from your expert legal opinion.
I appreciate you. No, it's the Richard Nixon point, which is that there is uncharged conduct that could still be investigated. That because of the fact the Justice Department is still looking at it,
and Biden knows it, right? Which is why he made it from 2000.
But we knows the date.
But we can't dig through Donald Trump because he's the president. So he's been pardoned already by the Supreme Court.
Or you could say by the American people.
American people pardon.
Everyone, stick around. Coming up next, Trump's pick for the Pentagon faces some new allegations.